Oh no, it fell over. I really should set this up better before I start these, right? Sorry, forgive me. It's just hard to get it in the thing before I start. Is that good? Good enough? Yeah? Alright, let's start. Alright, hi everybody. I don't know how many of you have been following along with this, but a quick recap. I recently moved. I started cleaning my music collection because it's very important to me, my music collection. And then on a fluke, I started going through the row just to kind of show the diversity of all the crazy stuff I have. And then it led to, I went row by row, and then it led to this, which is really weird. So I'm just going through my stuff, and now we're at the point when it's all the stuff, the bands, artists that had a great impact on me are what's left, the stuff on the top shelf. So the last few videos have been about that. This video is going to continue to be about that. I was going to do thematic videos. I started with like Bon Jovi kind of stuff. I was like, the last one or two ago, I was like, bands that sound like Bon Jovi, but I found I was repeating myself a lot. And then I was going to do one today that was all my favorite lyricists. It was just lyrics, straight on my favorite 3 or 4 lyricists. Then I realized that that might be kind of boring for everybody. I want to get something for everybody. And to be fair, I got a lot of rock and roll friends, and my favorite lyricists are not generally the rock and roll guys. So what I decided to do is go schizophrenic. I got 4 things laid out, and they're all pretty different, and I love all of them for different reasons. I'll be honest. I tried to find the 4 things that I could get that didn't match at all. That didn't match at all. And as we go on, they'll get smaller because eventually I'm going to get to bands where I have a lot to say, and I'll talk for 20 minutes about somebody. But right now we're not there. So you don't care about any of this. Let's get started. Band number 1. And again, bands that stuck with me throughout my life. Some of these are just a through line in my existence. Is why I watch them, why I like them. Here we go. Dream Theater. Most of you know Dream Theater. Some of you don't, maybe. I don't know. Dream Theater. Hugely talented band. I was, how old was I? 15 when this came out? I don't know. I was in high school when this came out, all right? And Pull Me Under is the song that was on the radio. And that's not really a progressive rock song. It's just like a rock song. And they would play the whole 8-minute song on the radio, which I thought was amazing. And I loved it. I loved Pull Me Under. So I went and bought this record. And then I was like, what the hell is this? Because I like Pull Me Under. And then it hints at progressive rock. Here's the thing about Dream Theater. My 15-year-old high school self had no experience with progressive rock. I didn't know that there was anything called progressive rock. I didn't know that was a thing. So when I heard Metropolis Part 1, The Miracle and the Sleeper, look it up, by the way, if you got 8 minutes to kill. When it does the instrumental stuff in the middle, it just changes tempos and times and key signatures and throws this weird stuff in. All the stuff progressive rock does. I didn't know that was a thing. And I thought Dream Theater invented that kind of music. I thought no one's done this before. I thought this was groundbreaking stuff. I had no idea that they were standing on the shoulders of Genesis and Yes and Kansas and King Crimson. I didn't know any of this. I just thought, what is that? That's amazing. I want more. So they're one of the more popular, successful progressive rock bands of the last 25 years. I don't know what to say about Dream Theater if you don't know who they are. Very good technical, incredible musicians, very interesting songs and songwriting. Very busy, very prolific for the kind of the records they make. I mean, these records would take me years to make, right? But there you go. So if you know who Dream Theater is, I guess look up Pull Me Under. It's the most successful one. But Metropolis, I used to drive around with my buddy Mike and listen to that song, and we would just go, what is this? And so there you go. I was a fan. That's their second record, although it's their debut with James LaBrie as the singer. So if you go from that one, then you move on to Awake, which I used to love. Me and Mike used to be like, 6 o'clock on Christmas morning. 6 o'clock on Christmas. This was a little more spotty for me, but Space Divest was pretty cool. I should go back and listen to this. Because it's been a while. I might like it more now. Change of Seasons. This is okay. I didn't really get much out of this, but I did the covers that they did. I didn't know they did Achilles' Last Stand. I'm going to listen to this. It's been a long time since I listened to this, but there's that one. Falling Into Infinity I liked a lot. They were under pressure, if I remember correctly. I think they were under pressure from the record company to get something on the radio, so they wrote a couple songs with Desmond Child. Burning My Soul, great song. That's a cool tune. I think Desmond Child co-wrote that. And You Not Me. I think that's the one. You Not Me. I think that's it. Hollow Years, I love to death. I listened to that song. I remember it was wintertime and I was in my early 20s. And it was like, once the stone God, I can't remember the lyrics now. Once the stone you get from under, once the whatever's off your shoulder. Basically, once you do all the things that are on your to-do list, all the things you want to get, all you hear is the crashing down of hollow years. And it was like, oh man, like when you're done with all this stuff, because everybody keeps busy, there's nothing. And I was like, this is horrible. So I actually do love that song. Hollow Years. There you go. I should listen to all this again, by the way. And then there was this. My favorite, forgive me, I don't know, I haven't heard a lot of them, so I don't have a big pool to pull from, but my favorite concept record of all time, Metropolis, Scenes from Memory. I listened to this thing over and over and over when this came out. I love this. I still listen to this. I have this in my collection where my MP3s that play over and over again, and I just have it as one big MP3. I just listen to the whole thing straight through. I love this album so much. I can't say enough about it. I saw this tour. I was so lucky to go with my little brother and my buddy Mike, and we saw them, and they showed up. They opened up and they played this straight through, and then played their hits after that. Great. This is if you're a fan of concept records, because I know the biggest one is like Mind Crime, one of the biggest ones, but you never listen to this. Put on the headphones, get this. It's awesome. This is on Amazon for like $10. This is the only one that I'm going to pitch to you. I can't say anything about it. You got to listen to it. I can't describe it. It's a story. It's a guy gets hypnotized, goes back. It's just check it out if you have about a week to kill and just dig into this. There's that, and then I got they put out this also kind of a concept record. The thing set in the insane asylum, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. But there are also some just regular songs on here. The Great Debate I liked a lot, and then like the whole 6 Degrees of Separation was pretty cool. There were parts in that. Later on, a couple years ago, I was listening to, I think, Kansas or Genesis, one of their old records, and I was like, what's that? I've heard that before. It's Dream Theater. Dream Theater, they didn't rip it off or anything like that. It's just, like I said, everybody's influenced by somebody, and I had no idea that they were influenced by anybody when I started listening to this. Then we move on to this. As I Am is cool. Endless Sacrifice I like a lot. And then we'll keep moving on. Octavarium has disappeared. Their album, I don't know where it is. I just noticed right now, before I started doing this, Octavarium is gone. So I have a stack of CDs that has just disappeared. It's really bothering me, because these are just ones I've noticed. I mean, but they got one called Octavarium. I like the song Panic Attack on that. I got to remember Octavarium was cool. I don't know. I can't remember. I had to order another one, because I have to have it. And then Dream Theater started to get, I just didn't have the attention span anymore to really digest their records anymore. As much as I like and appreciate them, I couldn't tell if my hard drive was getting full or if they were just getting repetitive. I couldn't tell. So I got all the rest of these, but I mean, Forsaken is a cool tune. And then Repentance. Where's the one with Sacrifice Sons? Is that on Octavarium? I love Sacrifice Sons. It must be. Oh, Sacrifice Sons. Killer song. Okay, I don't have it. So let's move on, because I'm boring myself now. I can't imagine how you guys feel. And then I haven't listened to this yet. And then this is out of order. Black Clouds and Silver Linings. I don't know. These are a mess. They should be in order, but they're not. And again, I started to kind of just get spotty for me. I listened to this over and over again, but they kind of blended into each other, and I didn't get much out of it. Wither, I remember I liked, but it just kind of got... I kind of got lost in all this a little bit. It started to blend together for me. And then I went back and got this one, but I haven't listened to that yet. So there you go. There's Dream Theater. If you don't know anything about them, I would highly recommend the concept record Metropolis Part 2, and then go listen to the song Metropolis or the song Hollow Years or You Not Me, Pull Me Under. Very cool stuff. All right. I could say a lot more. I know there's a lot of Dream Theater people that know a ton about them, but I'm just trying to keep this short for everybody else. So let's move on. We go from Dream Theater to something that has no business being in the same video as Dream Theater. But I love these records, so here you go. Amy Grant. Amy Grant is phenomenal. She has got a great, beautiful tone to her voice, her enunciation, her breathy tone when she sings. She's got a beautiful voice, and I love some of these records. I got into her in high school. That's when this came out. And that's when that song "Every Heartbeat" came out. Everybody remember "Every Heartbeat"? Every heartbeat bears your name, loud and clear they stake my claim. That was bad. My voice is screwed. But that song just got in my head, and I just went over and over like, what is that? And I love it. It's just poppy and fun and happy. So that's when this record came out. And this was her big crossover album. So "Every Heartbeat's" on here. "Baby, Baby." That's What Love Is For. "You're Not Alone." "I Will Remember." "How Can We See That Far" is a great, beautiful song. I love that. "Hats" is kind of cool, but Good For Me. This was a big record for her, and it was at the right time, early '90s, great pop production, and just she's a wonderful, wonderful vocalist. She sings beautifully, and she writes everything. So I got into her here, and love it. And I never, and then I just moved forward from there. So this one, then I went with the Christmas record, got that one. By the way, again, "How Can I See That Far?" Great song. Got the Christmas record, and then I just kept buying. From that forward, I got this one, "House of Love." Great song on here, "Children of the World." She does a cover of "Big Yellow Taxi," "Helping Hand." "Oh, How the Years Go By." This is great. "The Power," by the way, this is a stupid story, but I'm telling you anyway. On the radio a long time ago, there was an insurance commercial that I heard on the radio, and they had their little jingle, and they were talking about the power of their company, the power of whatever, and they had this song playing in the background. It would come, "The Power," and I was like, that's Amy Grant. There's no way they got permission to use Amy Grant's song for this local insurance company. So I called them. I was like, you probably can't do that, which I probably shouldn't have done. You care? No. This is pretty good, but this one's very good. This one's very, very singer-songwriter-esque, very acoustic stuff. One of my most heartbreaking songs ever, "The Feeling I Had." "The Feeling I Had" by Amy Grant. She wrote it alone. It's beautiful. "The Feeling I Had." Great stuff on here, though. I love this entire album. This is on Amazon for $4. $4, brand new. Just come on. Singer-songwriter, beautiful stuff on here. $4. Amy Grant. "Take a Little Time," "Cry a River." It's a great, great song. Great album. Great album. Moving on to this one. This is probably my favorite. Very upbeat, happy, poppy. I love every song. Well, 9 out of 10 songs on here. And this is when people stopped buying her records. 2002. Look up. I actually stole a melody from one of these songs for one of my songs. I didn't know I did it, but I did. Simple Things, "Eye to Eye," "Out in the Open." Oh, look up "Looking for You." "Looking for You" by Amy Grant. One of the best, like, just poppy radio earworm songs ever. Love that. I'm crooked, aren't I? Is that any better? There you go. Great stuff here, though. And then I kept going. This one's a little spotty, but there's some decent stuff on here. Dips into the non-secular stuff. I always get confused if it's secular or non-secular. I think non-secular. She dips into religious stuff here. And I kind of get a hard time with that. And then this came out last year. This is really, really good. Or 2 years ago. So duets on here with James Taylor. There's a beautiful song here called "Deep as It Is Wide." "Deep as It Is Wide." Really great. Love that one. "Our Time Is Now" with Carole King. But I love everything she does. I love the tone of her voice, how she enunciates her H's, and just, I saw her live. When I went and saw her live, by the way, you know who the bass player was? Mike Brignardello. Anybody know who that is? Probably not. But some of my rock fans will know he was in the band Giant. And I didn't know he was going to be there. I went and saw Amy Grant, and she introduced the band. I was like, she said, "Mike Brignardello on bass." I was like, oh my God. I waited after the show to meet Mike Brignardello, and not her. I was like the bass player going, oh my God. Anyway, I'm geeking out about that. So Amy, and then I went back and got some of this stuff. These are good. They're pretty good. They're kind of dated now. But there's decent stuff on here. I didn't go any further back than this, because anything further back than that, I apologize. It's the religious stuff. I can't get it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't get into the religious music. My apologies. No disrespect. It's just how I feel. But Amy Grant is a monster talent, a monster vocalist, and she's got beautiful songs and happy songs and catchy songs, and it's all produced really, really well. So I would definitely check out that one, and I would definitely check out this one. That one is, like I said, $4. Heart in Motion, by the way, that's $6 on Amazon. and House of Love is 4. I don't know what this is. I think it's like 10. But there you go. Amy Grant. I love Amy Grant. Unguarded. There it is, Mike. I didn't say much about it, but I have it. There you go. I can't get past the production on this one. Shariah's good, though. Okay, you guys don't care about this, really, do you? There you go. We went from Dream Theater to Amy Grant. There you go. All right. So, now my rock friends, my hard rock friends are like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about these? Although I might have got a little cred with that. I don't know. So, here we go. Right in the middle. Here's one of my favorite rock bands I grew up with, just because of timing, just because of my age and when they hit it big. And they were around my house. Okay, here we go. Great White. Every time we start with these, I find myself going, I love Great White. I love Amy Grant, but I do. Great White. They hit it in the late 80s, early 90s, and my mother had this on tape, and we would play this album, was just in the house, and all these songs, Lady Red Light, Save All Your Love, Save All Your Love, Save Your Love. Look up Save Your Love by Great White, because probably a lot of you haven't heard it. So Jack Russell sings. He's got one of the most beautiful, pure voices with just crazy range. It sounds effortless. Save Your Love by Great White is just, I can't tell how many times listen to that song. I used to try to figure it out on acoustic guitar. But this is just basically like kind of somewhat blues-oriented hard rock. But Lady Red Light was great. I loved, they put the song titles all weird on the back of this thing. Rock Me. You guys all know Rock Me? Rock Me is cool. All Over Now. Never Change Heart is great. Fast Road I really loved. On the Edge. I love this whole record. I love this whole record. Great, great stuff. $5 on Amazon. Ridiculous. Sorry, Bob. Bob's going to get really mad at me. So I got that one, and then I just took that and moved forward. So I can't say enough about this. I listen to this over and over again, but not as much as this one. The follow-up, Twice Shy. This got inside of me because of the song, The Angel Song, because this is right about the time in my life when I started to fall in love with the piano. Any song with a piano, even if it was terrible looking back, I just wanted to hear the piano. And The Angel Song, the piano's right out front. It's a very clean piano sound, and it just hooked me right in. And I listened to The Angel Song over and over and over and over again. I bought this tape and fast-forwarded to The Angel Song just so I could hear it over and over again. But that being said, I still love this record. They did the same thing with the song titles here. I love every song. I love every one of these songs. And it might just be because I was young and I listened to this record over and over again. Heart the Hunter, great song. Highway Nights, I love that. Again, the Angel Song. Oh, I don't really like Babies on Fire. That's one I don't like. She Only, it's beautiful. She Only is a great, great song. I guess Once Bitten, Twice Shy had to be done. I don't really care for that song, but whatever. But this was just basically this one part 2. I assume if you have one of these records, you have the other one. I don't think anybody's only got one of these because it's the same album. It's exactly the same production, the same songwriting, the same style. But I love these two. This one's $10 on Amazon. But these were a big deal to me. Just when I listened to these albums over and over again on tape. And again, Jack Russell's voice and then Michael Lardy's songwriting. Beautiful stuff. And then I followed them along their career as they went on, so I got hooked. I was a little disappointed in Hooked. I liked the Queen of Sheba and Cold Hearted Lovin' and Lovin' Kind, again, because of the piano, Lovin' Kind. And Desert Moon is cool, but it started to get more spotty for me. Like, I like half of these songs. And then this was pretty good. I listened to it when I was younger, and then I didn't like it, and then I listened to it again a couple of years ago. And I liked it better then. Old Rose Motel, Big Goodbye is pretty cool. Maybe Someday, I like that. Love is a Lie, pretty cool. But there you go, Great White. This one is very interesting, Sail Away. I listened to this like 2 years ago, and it didn't do much for me, but I like the song Sail Away. And If I Ever Saw a Good Thing, cool song. I didn't realize until years later that it was a cover. And Crying's okay, but mostly this is a strange thing, because it's half a studio record, it's half like a live album, it's a double disc, I don't know. But I'm glad they kept staying busy, and again, Jack Russell could sing anything. By the way, I'm seeing Jack Russell next week in Joliet. I've seen Great White live before. I saw them on the Twice Shy tour, and I saw them I saw them 2 or 3 times. They were actually very good live. Great harmonies. They were very, very tight live. I like them very much. And then I got this one. This was produced by Jack Blades. So it's a little Night Ranger. Nah, I shouldn't say that. Skip that. I meant it, and it's like a dry, tight production of like the late 90s. But I actually didn't. It was hit and miss. Ain't No Shame was cool. I like that. What's that one that's really cool? Psychedelic Hurricane. That's cool. Psychedelic Hurricane. I like that. But again, hit and miss, but that's all right. It is what it is. And then I didn't get any more. I didn't get any. Once Jack Russell was out. As much as I like Terry Ilias, is that how you say his name, from XYZ? It's not the same band to me, and I got Jack Russell's solo records. It just wasn't the same band. And to be fair, the last few records were kind of spotty. So this is the heart and soul of them. Although I did go back then and get this one. I don't have the first one. I got this one. This is cool. There's a lot more keyboards in front of this one. But again, a remake of Give Me Some Love, and I don't understand that. An 8-song record with 2 covers. Don't like that. But side 2, track 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all great. The story I've told about this, by the way, I told it before, but I'll tell it again. When Runaway by Bon Jovi was on the radio, I was just a kid, and I was like, ooh, she's a little runaway. I was like, I didn't know it was Bon Jovi. I just heard it on the radio, and I was like, I got to get that song. What is that song? And I was at a record store. I think it was the mall, and I was just combing through a bunch of records, and I came across this on tape, and it said Runaway, and I thought, Great White. I like Great White. Runaway. I bet that's that song. And I bought this tape thinking I was getting Runaway by Bon Jovi, and I wasn't getting, and I was like, oh, it's not that song. Again, long before the days of the internet and Shazam and all that kind of stuff, you just kind of were winging it. But I do love this. I do love those few songs. Shot in the Dark is cool. Runaway still is a great song, and Waiting for Love, cool song. So there you go. Great White. Big fan of Great White. Again, they're part of the through line of my life. I found them when I was in my late teens, and I have still been listening to their. Like, I just listened to Sail Away like 2 years ago. So they've kind of been there through different facets of my existence, and I love them. I love their voice. I don't get a lot of the blues rock kind of stuff because a lot of it's kind of bluesy, but still got a soft spot for Great White. So there you go. Great White. Now we move on to our final one. I'm having fun. I might do more of these today. I don't know. All right. I'm not kidding with this. And you might tune out. Let's see the best one to do. All right. Here's who we're going to talk about now. Ready? Yeah, let's do this one. I'm going to do it this way. No, here you go. Weird Al. Weird Al. I adore Weird Al Yankovic. Weird Al came out, again, when I was a kid, and Eat It was the first thing, and I went, what is this? And I have been a fan ever since then, and when you're a kid, you love the parodies, I loved all that stuff. And then when UHF, the movie, came out, I went and saw that 4 or 5 times and laughed my little teenage self to death. Oh my God, I love UHF. It's really, really, really funny. So then you get the soundtrack to that. So I don't remember very much before not knowing. Oh, there's a lizard on my window. That's freaky. That's a big one. All right. So here's the thing about Weird Al that most people do not realize or appreciate. Weird Al, first of all, produces all of his own records, which is very well. He is now. He had Rick Derringer. Rick Derringer produces for your first few records. Anybody know that? But he basically, when did he start? I don't know. Somewhere in his career, he started producing his own records, which is, if you're making regular records, is a huge skill and a talent to have. And then when most of what you do is based on emulating other records by some of the world's greatest producers, and you got to copy that and make it sound good, that kind of adds difficulty to your task. So he's a great, phenomenal record producer. He is an incredible musician. The accordion is a very, very difficult instrument to play. Very difficult instrument to play. And he plays a lot of other instruments other than that. He has a singing range. He can hit notes higher than most of our favorite rock singers. He's got a crazy, high, clear singing voice that he can change into into different voices, which that also is a talent in itself. He's clever, he's very funny, he's witty, and he's a real musician. And he puts real time into his albums, and he's been part of pop culture for 25, 30 years. There's nobody like Weird Al Yankovic. He does not get anywhere near the respect he deserves as a musician and a record producer and as a songwriter, because he doesn't only do parodies. I know everybody knows him because of his parodies, but he has original songs on all of his records, and he's got some really catchy, great original songs. I've always said he should ghostwrite for other artists and do not legitimate, but like non-comic songs, because he's got great songs that are just original creations. What is it? Midnight Star is a great fun song that's original song. Nature Trail to Hell is a great song for just being a song. One More Minute. I mean, he's got original stuff that is very good musically. And I was like, When I Was Your Age, the song UHF. The song UHF is a great radio song. It's got a great hook, a great climb, oh my gosh. And he's just made a whole career out of poking fun at people, but being cool about it. And he asks for permission from everybody that he does parodies of, and he doesn't have to do that. He can just do it. And if he doesn't get permission, he doesn't do it out of respect. He won't do it without the blessing of the artist, which he doesn't have to do. And that's super cool. I should have looked this up before I started doing this. I think both of I'm pretty sure this is tragic, by the way. I think both of his parents like died at the same time from a gas leak or something like that a few years ago. Something really horrific happened. Why bring that up, I guess? I don't know why. But anyway, look, here's Weird Al. There's the first one. Happy Birthday is hilarious. I love Happy Birthday. I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead. I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead. Original song. Very, very catchy. There you go. There's the second one. Eat It. Midnight Star is cool. Nature Trail from Hell. I like that. That Boy Could Dance is stupid as hell. He doesn't bat 1,000. He's got some spotty stuff. Dare to Be Stupid. The song Dare to Be Stupid is an original song. How catchy is that? Also, there's a song called You Make Me. I don't know where that is. I guess I haven't gotten there yet. But there you go. I Want a New Duck. That's kind of dumb. There you go. Let's keep going. Polka Party. This is cool. Christmas at Ground Zero. Cool song. Here's Johnny, which is a takeoff of Who's Johnny, which is a really great, fun song of mine. Not of mine, a song that I really love. This one's kind of hit and miss. Good Enough for Now. That's pretty cool. Even worse. You Make Me is on this one. Great Devo kind of style parody. Awesome though. Lasagna, I love Lasagna. Twister, a Beastie Boys kind of parody. Good Old Days is a James Taylor style parody, which is really a great song. UHF, I listened to this over and over and over again. This is the first time I was introduced to one of his polkas. This is why I was familiar with a lot of Rolling Stone songs, because it's a Rolling Stone medley polka. But again, the song UHF is awesome. The instrumental Fun Zone is a great, fun instrumental Fun Zone. Look that up. It's awesome. All right, moving on. Off the Deep End, I love When I Was Your Age. Very, very cool. And some of this dates because like Taco Grande is on here, which is a parody of Rico Suave by, I forgot his name. So some of this gets dated, but still, very, very cool. Palooza, there's the Bohemian Rhapsody polka on here. This one's kind of hit and miss, but Traffic Jam is a pretty cool tune. That's an original song. Harvey the Wonder Hamster is just ridiculous. Bad Hair Day. This is when I stopped. I'm not as familiar with this one. I think I got to go back and listen to this one. I did listen to this over and over again, though. I do love this one. Oh, no, not this one. The next one. Sorry. I don't have much to say about this. Wow, I got to listen to this. Sorry. This is the one I listen to over and over again. Hardware Store is really cool. Again, an original song. Hardware Store is great. I know I'm just rambling now. I'm sorry. I Want to Be Your Lover. Look up I Want to Be Your Lover by Weird Al. It's a Prince-style parody, and there's so many hooks. If you listen to a whole song and then get to the end where they start layering a hook, and then another hook comes back, and then another hook comes back, and it's brilliant. Musically brilliant. The end of I Want to Be Your Lover by Weird Al. I swear to you. The instrumental and the vocal hooks, it's freaking brilliant. When I saw him live and he played that, I was so, so happy. Genius in France is insanity. Genius in France. Look that up. He wrote that. He produced it. It's mind-altering. I showed everybody I could Genius in France by Weird Al because it's so ridiculous but still so musical. It's crazy. And then I kind of started to. I just haven't gotten around to these yet. I'm just showing you I got it. I got that one. I got that one. I got them all, and I got that one. And I still got to listen to these three. And I'll say this. I guess it's it about the Weird Al, but I mean it. Weird Al is phenomenally talented, and I've seen him twice, and both times and I've seen everybody. I've seen everybody almost that I've ever wanted to see. I've been to a lot of concerts. Weird Al, both times, was the most entertaining show I have ever seen. It is solid 90, 100 minutes of you're just sitting there going, like you're watching fireworks the entire time. And I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to do this. So if you've never seen Weird Al, just go. It is so entertaining and well done and professional. And he's the real deal, man. He's a pro. He does not get enough respect. I don't even know where I could tell. It's hard to say go buy some Weird Al records because unless you're into what he's doing, I don't know if you'll like it. But but I had to include it in some of the musicians that got inside my life. There you go, Weird Al. All right, so and almost all of his records are on eBay for like or Amazon for like $5. Most of them are. It's kind of criminal, really. But there you go. Dream Theater, Amy Grant, Great White, and Weird Al. They're not all going to continue to be this schizophrenic, but I'm just trying to show different sides. And good music is good music. It doesn't matter who it is or what it is. If you like it, you like it. All right. Of everything